Hello everyone, my name is Emily Buck, Director of Communications for the TWRA, and we're back in the kitchen.
Yes, and I'm Taylor Martin with the Tennessee Wildlife Federation, and we got a treat for you today. We're going to be cooking up some catfish.
Ooh, blackened. Now this is a fun one and a super easy one to make. So just to sort of dive right on in here, when it comes to blackening seasoning, really just go with your heart, go with your true feelings. You can make this at home, you can buy a store-bought, you can mix and match however you like it. So we've got a few options here today to make our blackening seasoning. So we've got some cayenne. Now with cayenne especially, it's hot. So how hot do you like it?
I like it spicy.
All right,
let's
here
dump
we go.
all that in there.
All right, we've got parsley. Paprika, again, the more pepper you add, the hotter it's gonna get. So just do that to taste how you like it. Onion powder, of course. All right, of course, we've got some greenery. We've got some oregano and thyme. And then of course, you can't do anything without salt and pepper. So we've got salt and here's the pepper. All right, now, before we get going with putting our seasoning on our catfish, we gotta get some butter going in the pan.
I can do that. That's easy for me to do.
So with frying up catfish, you can certainly do butter to taste. We're gonna start with about 1 tablespoon in the pan. If it starts to get a little dry and you think you need some more, go ahead and add some more. We love butter around here. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a hand mix and start packing it into our first catfish fillet. And with this, you're just looking to get a good, heavy covering.
Now, I know a lot of people might think of catfish as a less desirable piece of fish just because of, like, you know, this conception that they're bottom feeders or that they're nasty to eat, they taste real fishy. What are your ideas on that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the key thing is you can always adjust the flavor. And so one of the things that really helps you out here is if you do have something that comes a little fishier, go ahead and just add more flavor to help address that. You also can marinate fish to give it a better flavor as well. We've not done that here, but it certainly would be something you could do. And now, because I need you to get your hands dirty too, I'm gonna let you season the second one here.
We'll see if I can mess this up.
It's really kind of foolproof, I think.
Yeah, I love that. And me cooking, I don't really like to follow directions that well. So it's always good when you hear recipes. It's like, oh, you just follow your heart. You put what you like to, what suits your taste buds and go from there. And I think that's the best way to do it. Absolutely.
And, you know, I know for one example, you could have definitely added some garlic to this. I'm a big fan of garlic. Maybe there's some Italian in my history somewhere. But
garlic
I
makes
love
everything
some
taste
garlic.
a little better.
Absolutely. Another popular way to do catfish, breaded up and fried, always a delicious choice.
Yeah, see, I'm from West Tennessee, so fried catfish was always a staple in our house, and going out eating the all-you-can-eat catfish dinners at Reelfoot Lake and everything, brings back a lot of memories for me.
Perfect. All right, this is looking good. We've got some good color on here. And then once our pan is nice and hot, we'll be ready to take it and fry it up. All right, and just like that, we've got some blackened catfish. Now, I will say, don't be afraid of the blackening seasoning because you may get a little nervous that you've burnt it, but don't worry about that. It's supposed to be blackened, it's supposed to be a little dark, and that's just good color. It's gonna give you some good flavor.
Yeah, this looks delicious. This is right up my alley. Looks a little spicy. I love that. We'll see how spicy it is. If it's too spicy, that just means it's more for me.
Now, I'm a bit of a wimp, so it could very well be too spicy for me, but let's give it a taste.
Yeah, here you go.
All right.
We'll dive right in. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's so good. You get all the flavors and it's not too bad spicy.
It's a little spicy. It's a little spicy, but remember, you can adjust this recipe to your own spice level. You know, don't feel like you have to put that much cayenne in if you're a little bit of a wimp like me. totally fine. You can substitute that out or just go a little bit lighter on it.
Yeah, and there's a ton of different peppers out there. If you like to ramp up the spice, go for it, or dial it down, choose something that's a little less spicy. And there's a lot of really good like blackening seasons on the shelf for you to buy already, and they have really good spice levels on those.
I really like a good substitute here, a little bit of smoked chili powder, a little bit of a smoky taste to it, or a little bit of smoked sea salt. That would go really well with the blackening seasoning for sure.
And what would you want to pair this with, kind of as a side?
Listen, you can't go wrong with French fries and catfish for sure. A good mashed potato would be delicious, something especially to cut through that heat, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of mild to help with the heat for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And the great thing about catfish, it's one of these things that you can really harvest for yourselves across the entire state of Tennessee, whether you're in West Tennessee or all the way out in East Tennessee. There's catfish just all across the state.
You know, I've been teasing the fisheries department over at TWRA. I've never been noodling, and apparently you can't be a real TWRA employee until you've been noodling. So it's on my to-do list.
Yeah, you can't. We'll get you out to Kentucky Lake and
there we go.
Get you some catfish boxes.
Perfect. Well, remember, be sure you get outdoors, go find you a nice catfish so you can cook it up with us.
And if you're wanting to learn how you can go out and harvest this for yourself, come out and check us on our website at the Tennessee Wildlife Federation and look at the Hunting and Fishing Academy. Come to our workshops or tune in for our virtual series, and we'll get you set up to catch some of these yourself.
And be sure to get a license. Got to have that fishing license before you get outdoors. You can get those at our website, gooutdoorstennessee.com. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bon appetit.
See y'all later.